babes, welcome back to another brand new video. I'm so excited that you guys are here today. If you want to follow me, you can do so on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok using @PlanaGoAmy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. Let's get into the video. Hey Planner babes, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. For today's video, it's going to be a bit different. So, sorry, I'm just like fixing my table so it looks good. So I wanted to do a budget with me kind of video, but like a more in-depth one, because I think last time I did a budget with me video, I was kind of in-depth, but not like 100%. So I thought I'd go like a lot more in depth and understand, so you can understand my financial goals and all kinds of stuff like that, because I think it would be beneficial. So I am going to work off of last time I did a budget. It's been a while. I might have done one for July. No, I may have done one for August. Yes. So we are going to take this and then make our budget from that. So I'm just gonna put what I know to be true. Oh, no, the page is bent. I'm gonna pull that out because it'll help me remember the reoccurring. Now I know we're like basically a week into September, but I've been wanting to do a more in-depth financial video for a while. So we're gonna start with my basic budget first, and then I'll go more in-depth into things such as like financial goals and all of that jazz. So let's start with, I'm gonna work with about the same income. Because like it can fluctuate like a couple dollars here and there, but it's generally the same. So okay, and then I'm going to a little more. Yeah, I'll go into a little bit more. I'm gonna add in rent. Also, I never check anything off here because it's not like, it's just not what I do. So let's go into car insurance. So I am driving a new car now, like a new used car, basically, and so it's an SUV, and one I had before it was a tiny sedan. So I'm going to up the gas budget, which, by the way, I gas up every week. At the end of the week, I gas up usually on a Friday or Saturday. My Costco has a gas station. I know like some people don't realize Costco have gas stations. I think like a chunk do, not all do. And so yeah, I gas up at Costco usually at the end of the week on like a Friday or a Saturday. And so I'm usually about like half a tank empty, but it like obviously depends. In the winter it'll probably be more. And so it makes it so that it's a lot more affordable rather than having to gas up like a whole tank at once. But for food, Maxi is a I think I'm gonna lower the Costco one because like I don't I'm writing Maxi again, not what I want to do. I'm gonna lower the Costco one because I think I'm not spending as much at Costco. So okay. Yeah, where was I going with this? I was going somewhere. Oh yeah, Maxi is local to my province. It's like the budget grocery store owned by Loblaws, and I know people may have issues with Loblaws. I just shop there because it's generally like the most affordable. There's two options for budget grocery stores here in my province. There is Maxi and then Super C, which Super C used to stand for Super Carnival. But I don't like Super C, to be honest with you. I just like, I don't know, there's something about it when I go inside it. I just don't like the whole vibe of it. So I just prefer to shop at Maxi. And I know a couple of things you can do when you're budget. If you're budget grocery shopping, and I don't know if there's an app like this in the States, because I know probably a ton of you watch my videos are American, but if you're Canadian, I know of an app called Flip. I have it on my phone too, but I don't go on it that often. But typically, if you're somebody who's really all about like saving down to like the dollar and a few cents, you can go on Flip. And you can compare, like you can search up if you're looking for like ground beef, or if you're looking for like apples or whatever. You can basically create your whole grocery list on there and then see like where what store has the best deal, because it gathers all of the flyers. I feel like I was trying to write 19, but the pen just like wasn't working. Okay. And then I'm gonna do these pens, I don't know, they just don't work in my planner that great. Okay, so now we're gonna get into more detail budget wise. So I'm gonna write all these things down, and I'm also gonna Google something. Where's Google, so I can explain it to you better. I have my iPad with me here so I can do it more. I thought this was to search. That was very confusing. Okay, so first thing I'm going to write down is RSP contribution. So, which by the way, if you're not Canadian, RSP is basically similar, I believe, to a 401k, because I believe a 401k is what you guys like contribute to and what your company can contribute to towards your retirement. So RSP is basically a very similar concept here in Canada. My quick Google search has told me that, because I never remember what it stands for, and I've looked it up a couple times. RSP stands for Registered Retirement Savings Plan. And so I don't know again how 401ks work in the States, because again, I'm Canadian, so I could only speak on Canadian stuff. But how it works here in Canada is, sorry, I'm just trying to look for my banking app. So how it works here in Canada is any money you contribute to your RSP, there's like a maximum you can contribute per year to your RSP. It may have to do with like previous income. I don't really know how they come to that conclusion, but there's a maximum you can contribute. But basically, whatever you contribute to your RSP, they take whatever you've contributed off of what you've made in the entire year, so what your income was, and that reduces your amount of taxes you owe. Or if you're already low income and you get money back from the government, it just means you get more because you contributed to the RSP, so it means you're even more like low income per se. And then TFSA stands for tax-free savings account. It's we were looking, like, we were wondering why it had such a fancy name. And then upon research, it's just fancy. Basically, it means when you pull your money out of your RSP, which your RSP is basically a fancy savings account. When you pull your money out of your RSP, you're taxed on it because you weren't taxed on it when you initially put the money in. So because you're taking it out, that now gets added to your income for the year. So for instance, let's just say you put like, because you can technically take out money out from your RSP at any point in your life. It's just the idea that you don't until you're retired. So basically, if you were to make, let's just say like 27,000 in 1 year, and then you decide to take 3,000 out of your RSP because like something happens and you desperately need the money, then your income that you've earned to the government is technically considered as 30,000 rather than 27,000 because you took the money out of your RSP and you weren't initially taxed on that 3,000 you put in your RSP. So that's just like some tidbits. So I'm gonna put my amounts down because it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so I'm not gonna put like remaining because I'm not super focused on that at the moment. I may calculate that after. Let me put August back so I don't lose it because I've put everything in. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more in-depth talking on my a little bit what I do with my money. So you can see my income at the top because I'm kind of like pretty open with that. So I make like about $2,000 a month, which is a lot more than what I made last year. And so because I'm making more, I am also contributing more to both my RSP, my TFSA, and my car fund. And my car fund is combined with my TFSA. My TFSA is just like technically my car fund. It's just any money I put in there is my car fund because I'm looking to in 4 years. My dad got a new car recently and it's my dream car and his lease is up in 4 years. And so I'm working to save up to be able to, buy his lease out and then buy his car from him. So that's a goal of mine. And so my like TFSA has kind of become that. But, and obviously you can see like my rent $650 and I have like all my other budgets. But basically when I contribute, so my TFSA and my RSP, you can have those with a traditional bank. And I don't have them with a traditional bank. My mom kind of introduced me to Wealthsimple, and this is not sponsored by the way, but it'd be cool if it were. Wealthsimple is they're like an online, they're like not really a bank, but like kind of a bank in the sense that like they're more of an investment company. And so what I like about them, having my RSP and my TFSA with them, is oftentimes when you have a savings account. So a TFSA is a tax-free savings account. But it's basically a savings account. So when you have a savings account with the bank, you usually have like a small percent, like I don't know, I feel like 2% is a pretty large interest rate for a savings account. With some banks on promotions, like there's a bank that I'm with that currently has a promotion for 6% interest. Basically means that the money, and it's like usually like for a short period of time that the money is in there, you get 6% interest on your money, but usually it's a lot lower than that. And oftentimes when you put, and I've held money for somebody once, and it was like thousands of dollars, and it was in a savings account, and months later when I gave it back to them, I'm like, you made 10 cents with thousands of dollars. And what I like about having my savings account and my RSP, so my retirement fund with Wealthsimple, is that my money is not just sitting there accruing a minor amount of interest. So basically what Wealthsimple is Wealthsimple has two options. They have like a true trading option where you can trade, because I know trading has the I believe the right term would be the democratization of trading, where like you don't have to go with an investment firm where you can kind of trade yourself have become quite popular, and Wealthsimple kind of has delved into that. And I don't know where they started first, but how I started first with them is, because I don't do that kind of trading, is where they invest for you. So basically, my understanding of how it works is you put in your money in an account with Wealthsimple, and they put your money in a pot, and they invest the money, and then you get back some of that money. So I can give you a little bit of information. I also have my cash account with them, and a cash account is very similar to a checking account, but it's considered to them a prepaid debit. It's like a prepaid credit card, sort of, is the way it works. But I like that too, because on my cash account, which I know you can't even see this, thankfully. So basically I earn 4% interest on the money that sits in my cash account, which the cash account earning interest, the 4% interest, makes it closer to like a savings account. And then my spending rewards, but again, I never use my cash account to buy anything because I would like to put it on my credit card and get the points. I don't get points, so I get money back. So that's my cash account. But we're gonna have a look at my TFSA, because that's the one that like kind of is doing really good. And so is my RSP, actually. So we'll go into the history here. So my net deposits, which is basically your total deposits minus my withdrawals. So it's basically what money in there is actually money that I have put in. Like, what is money that I have put in, which is $8,051.03. And then my returns, your gains or losses in the market for this account. So basically, on that $8,051.03, what have I made in gains, having the money be with Wealthsimple and having them invest it? And so the gains are $1,093.62, which gives me a total in my TFSA of $9,144.65. Now, if I had that $8,051.03 in a regular savings account with a traditional bank, I would not be making this kind of money. And you can, like, I put money, it's been a while since I put money in here, but a little bit, but last time I put money in, I put it to round it up to 9,000, and I was about like maybe a month ago, maybe a little bit more, and now it's at 9,000. Now it's at 9,144.65. So like in that period, I've made $144.65, which is pretty great. So my return rate, so simple return rate, your returns divided by your net deposits is 13.58%. I can look at advanced performance, but I don't know that. That's right. And you can see the recent activity, which would include when you've put money in. And it would also include, like, it's been a while, so you're not going to see that, the management fees. But you can also see, like, the money that's been invested and then what you've earned. So, things like that. And so what I like about this is my money is sitting in there. And it's not just sitting in there kind of doing nothing. My money is making me money without having to do a ton of work, and it's a great way to put money aside but also kind of have it invested in more of like a low risk way. And then this is in the plan, so this is like planning for like your portfolio. Like you can see like the percentage of like the balanced portfolio of like kind of where is my money invested, and you can see goals, like this. But here, so this is assuming that if I have this money in here and I don't add any more money, they predict that by age 65 I'll have 113,000 in 113.8 thousand. But I am going to continue to contribute to it, and as I make more in life, I will contribute more to it. So the amount that I'll have by 65 will continue to rise. Like just like earlier this year, it was below 100,000 that they expected that I would have by 65, and now because I've contributed more, it's even higher. It's above 100,000, and so I really like this. It's really cool, and I think it's like a great way to have your money be working for you without you having to like truly invest and put in all the work and the knowledge into investing. Then my RSP is a little bit lower just because like I don't put as much in there because again, you're taxed on it when it comes out. So I do put a certain amount, but I try to focus on making sure that it's balanced. So there's a little bit more in my savings currently than my RSP. That's kind of like the goal. And again, you can see it's not very high. Like by 65, I have 48.7K. But as I invest and put more money in my RSP, I will have more. The money that they expect I'll have by 65 will be more. Also, I am going to look into having a second RSP, so contributing less to this one, splitting, because my work has an RSP, and so that's like a benefit that I have at work, and they match a little bit. I don't remember what the percentage of matching is, so I'm definitely going to look into that. And so I don't know if you can actually, I didn't even show you the screen very well. So this is basically it. So this is TFSA. This is by 65, I'll have 113.8K. This is I'll go over it again so that you can see it. These are my net deposits. This is my returns. And so, like, this is amazing. Like this money I've made, this $1,000.93 and $1,093.62 that I have made is basically by doing nothing. It's just putting money in this account. And that's what's the great part about having my money invested with Wealthsimple, is knowing that as I put more in it and I'm growing it, it's also growing even more without me having to really do much. So yeah, this is a little bit more in depth on my finances. And my goals, like I said, are to buy my dad's car in 4 years. So that's what I'm saving for. That's like a main goal of mine. And so to be able to put the money aside, I'm like I'm almost halfway there. So I think as I, put more in, I'll get closer and closer, which will be exciting. And so that's a bit of understanding of my finances. Now, some goals I do have in other aspects of finances is to reduce my spending, because I was looking at my credit cards and they're a little bit high, and so to bring that down to ensure that my spending is definitely reduced, and I'm being more conscious of what I'm buying, especially as we're getting closer to the holiday season and I'm traveling to Toronto for the Taylor Swift concert, and it's going to be just more expenses in general. When you go on a trip, there's just more expenses. You're going to have to you can't necessarily always make yourself breakfast. You have to go buy it. So things like that. And so it's going to be important that I'm saving, that I'm conscious of that, and knowing that there's just going to be sort of unavoidable expenses with the trip. And what other plans? Yeah, we're getting closer to Christmas. It's a weird thing to say, but I work in retail, so retail, we're already starting to get ready to get Christmas decorations out. So you're honestly kind of already in that mindset, and so it puts me in that mindset of Christmas gifts and things like that. So ensuring that I have the money put aside for that, and making sure that my spending is reduced so that I can be able to, budget for Christmas gifts. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, and things like that. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned in this video, you can let me know in the comments down below, or message me at PlannerGoAmy on Instagram. You can follow me at PlannerGoAmy on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Until the next time, Planner Babes, bye!